I will. All right. So, like I said, I wanted to make sure or to thank each of you for being here this evening on your Monday, setting aside a little bit of time to hear about TLC Teen Leader Conference this year. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our State 4-H president this year, Ms. Faith Rich.
Hello, everyone. Just yet again, thank you for being here. So our vision for this year's TLC, since it is going to be a hybrid, which is going to consist of our normal delegates being online and our ambassadors and our state officers being in person. We plan to make it as interactive as we can through our fun shops, workshops, as well as our lip sync battle and our talent show, which Erin will talk about later. So we're planning to make them as interactive as we can. And we've done this by creating them in a way that the delegates can be interactive with us while they're online. So they'll be able to learn and participate as well as while we are teaching. So for this year's theme, as you've seen, it is 4-H has got talent. So our vision for this theme is to let other people know that talent is not just performing arts. Talent is within every project and every aspect of 4-H. Every 4-H'er has a unique project, whether it is through livestock, whether it's through sewing or even fitness. Everybody has their own unique talent, and it's just kind of our way to show how 4-H and talent is not just secluded to one thing. So part of the way that we're going to make this as interactive as we can, another way is that we hope to have the county offices to host the delegates in the offices for the days of the TLC. Sorry. So as an example for what I said about the interactive workshops, I am personally teaching a dance fun shop. And how this is going to work is myself and the ambassadors are going to be teaching the dances live on the Zoom, and the delegates will be able to interact with us, and they'll be able to dance and ask us questions as we go along and as we're teaching the dances. So, thank you. I think that is all that I have.
Awesome. Thanks, Faith. So up next is Clayton Stark, and he is your secretary this year.
All right. Hi. How's everybody doing this evening? And I'm just going to be going over a few dates we have. TLC this year will be June 8th through the 9th, so that will be a Tuesday and a Wednesday. As Faith had said, ambassadors and state officers will be in person, and delegates will be at home, but we are highly suggesting that you get together maybe as a county where that's available and enjoy TLC together as best as possible. Tuesday we'll start around 9 a.m. and have a speaker, and that will go through until after dinner on Tuesday evening. Wednesday we'll begin around 9 again and wrap up just after lunch.
Great. Yeah, thanks, Clayton. Just a little overview of our agenda. So up next, we have Miss Aubry Seymour, and she is your Ouachita District Vice President this year.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aubry. I just wanted to remind y'all that you do have to register for TLC in the 4-H Enrollment and Events System, and the TLC actually opened today. So you have to look at the bottom of the event registration page for the Team Leader Conference. There is a delegate and an ambassador registration, so be sure that you pick the right one. When you register, you will also be able to register for the talent show during that time. The ambassadors will have to pay $100 to cover their stay at the 4-H Center and their meals, while the delegates will only have to pay $10 just to cover their t-shirt. And make sure your member information is up to date in the system. That is what we will use to order your t-shirt, your food, your allergies, and everything like that to make sure everybody's taken care of. Thank you.
Awesome. Great information, Aubrey. Thank you for that. And last for this little section, we have Aaron Mahan, who is the Ozark District Vice President, and he's going to talk a little bit about entertainment.
What's up? So, as Ms. Ashford mentioned, I'm Aaron Mahan from Massachusetts County and the Ozark District Vice President, and I'm here to talk about the lip sync battle and the talent show. So, the first day, 4 o'clock, we're going to have the lip sync battle. For the lip sync battle, the counties must be registered with Ashley Dingman or myself by Tuesday, June 1st to be eligible to compete. Any requests will be accepted at the discretion of the Entertainment Committee, which I'm head of. Short and sweet, making sure things are 4-H appropriate, clean, such as that. Only the first 10 counties will be allowed to compete. It's important to register as early as you can. Therefore, you make sure you're one of those first 10 counties. Each county can only have one team perform per county. Props and costumes are encouraged but not provided by TLC. This is up to the group performing what you want to use, what props. But speaking of props and things, make sure you have a camera and your whole group is in frame of the camera. We're going to do this via Zoom. So therefore, when it's your turn, we'll introduce you. You'll pop up on Zoom, you do your little lip sync, and then move on. Counties are performing, they need to be aware. If songs need to be cropped or matched together, the county is responsible for doing this. Know your mashups, playing your music, things such as that. Remember to test these things beforehand. And just to wrap up the lip sync battle, remember 4-H appropriate, keep it clean, keep it fun, and we all know this will be interesting. Now, the talent show. Give me 1 second. Sorry, messed up my notes. All right. As for the talent show, you'll select what you want to participate when you register for TLC, as Aubrey mentioned. Thank you. And you'll contact Miss Ashley again or myself to double check, have your talent approved, double check, clean, 4-H appropriate, and things such as that. And then we're going to do it live via Zoom unless someone really wants to have it pre-recorded. If you want to have it pre-recorded, if you have somebody from your county that wants to, have them contact us. We'll kind of do it on a basis like that, on a specific basis per person, try to work something out where we make sure it happens. And that's about all I have for the talent show and the lip sync battle. Remember, keep it fun, have a good time with it, and this will all work out.
Awesome. Great job, Aaron. And I put in the chat, but just so everyone knows, the rules and all of the details that Aaron just kind of read out will be sent out in our email tomorrow morning. That's going to go to the same listserv that I contacted for today. And there'll also be a recording of this Zoom meeting. So if you have ambassadors, that couldn't make it tonight, maybe, tell them check their email and check this recording out. And same for all the county agents that I see here. If you have questions or delegates or whatever, feel free to send them this link so that they kind of understand the format as well. So I think all 4 of the officers that spoke this evening mentioned we are doing a hybrid model. This was kind of the best decision that we could make with the restrictions that we have at this time. It may be different come June, and if we could turn on a dime's notice and make it different, we would do that. But unfortunately, something like this does take a lot of planning, and the state officers kind of learn that as they go throughout this year, that it takes a lot of planning to pull off something like this. So hybrid is the best that we could do for the numbers and all of that we have right now as far as the pandemic is concerned. So like they mentioned, ambassadors are invited to come to the Arkansas 4-H Center for TLC to conduct workshops and fun shops and all of the rest of the conference. That will cost $100. And like I said, it is solely to cover your meals and your 2 nights of lodging. Ambassadors will be invited to come the night before if you're available to. So that would be June 7th, the evening of Monday, June 7th. After dinner time, we'll do a fun kind of bonding activity, something Monday night. Y'all make sure all of your rooms are set up, just kind of like we would before a normal TLC. What is normal anymore, huh? And get everything set up so that we're ready to go on Tuesday morning when TLC kicks off. Another perk, kind of a part of being an ambassador and getting some of those insider fun things, our speaker that we'll have for TLC will actually be live in person at the 4-H Center. So you'll get a live speaker experience, and we will have a whole video crew and everybody there to make sure it's the best experience that can possibly be had back home for all of the delegates. We had lots of discussions even between the state officers and myself about how we could have TLC as a whole, and this just became, like I said, the best and safest option. So does anyone have any questions about Teen Leader Conference, about registration, entertainment, being a delegate, and being back in the county, anything like that? Floor is open. All right, it looks like we did a really good job, guys, on covering all of the information. I know this was a really quick meeting, so if you don't have questions and you think you're clear and ready to go, you don't have to hang out. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you have a question, you want to hang around, feel free to do that as well. And if you've got something super specific, then we'll get that answered too. Can we sign up 13-year-olds since they will be virtual? We're going to keep it to the normal TLC age. So I believe it's 14 as of January 1. So we're gonna kind of keep that normal. That way it stays consistent, and hopefully, fingers crossed, what will be normal years to come. Are ambassadors expected to attend in person, or can they attend online as well? Rachel sent that to me directly, but that's a good question. If you as an ambassador or county agents, if you know your ambassador is not comfortable with coming to the 4-H Center and being in person, then that's perfectly fine. They can attend online as well. They are expected, if they're on a TLC committee, which everyone is, if they could still help out and teach in their workshop, maybe manage chat, whatever it is, that can be a conversation between their workshop or fun shop committee. It'd be great if they could still help out, but yes, we don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they have to come to the center. So they could register as a delegate. And then if that is the case and they register as a delegate, if they'll register as a delegate, if you as the agent or as the ambassador, either one, will send me just a note that says that that's what they're going to do, then I'll mark that down. But there's no sense in them paying the $100 if they're going to do it virtually as well. Great question, Rachel. Thank you. Anything else?
There's another question.
There's another.
Okay. Yeah, Faith, go ahead if you'll read it for me.
Is there any specific time we would need to be at the 4-H Center on the 7th from Madison, Ireland?
So wait a minute. Okay, I think my internet may have cut out on me a little bit, but I see it. Any specific time we need to be at the 4-H Center on the 7th? Madison, great question. I haven't fully set an agenda for that, so keep your eyes open. Like I said, it'll be after dinner, so probably like a 6:30 or 7 o'clock time. But we'll be super flexible. If you had something that evening that you were coming in from and you couldn't get there till later, then that would be just fine, and we'll work that out together. Okay. Any other questions from out there? Like I said, if you don't have a question and you're good to go, feel free to hop off. I don't want to keep you any longer, but I'll hang out for a little bit before I get off so that I can answer any questions. But thank you all for being here on this Monday evening, and I can't wait to see y'all come June.